So is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll continue the class. See, yesterday we seen the that is the server side pages and client side pages. Okay. So to develop the client side pages or front end pages, we use the HTML language. Okay. And HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay. And to develop a server side pages or backend pages, we use what PHP, Python, ASP, JSP language we use. Okay. So and in front end pages, that is the client side pages, that will give the only information, that information will be given to the customer or user or clients. Okay. So and the backend or server side pages, that actual logic will be written in that pages. Okay. And all the database and all the front end and backend pages will be stored in the web server. Okay. And we also discussed the how the website will be accessed. Okay. So how website will be accessed. So when you type the URL, okay, when you type the URL, so that is www.domain.com. So then that time the particular that request will be get by the HTTP, and the HTTP is what, a hypertext transfer protocol. So based on by using a HTTP protocol, we'll get the pages from the web server, and will that pages will be displayed to the client. That will pages will be displayed to the user. Okay. So here to view the pages by using what intermediate we are using, that is a browser. Okay. So in market many more browser will be there. So Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer. Okay, many browser will be there. So based on browser, based on browser, you can access the website. You can access the client side pages. Okay. So and here, so HTML is to develop the any web pages, we use what, HTML. Okay. So HTML is what, hypertext markup language. And by using HTML only, you can create a web pages, you can create a website, you can create a web applications. Okay. There is no other language to develop the web pages. Okay. Only one language, that is HTML. So that's why the HTML language is a standard language. Okay. And we discussed again what is the hypertext? Hypertext means, so all the web pages is what we have, the everything is based on link only, everything is based on links only. Okay, so in the HTML page, we have to put many buttons. By clicking that button, you can get the other page. Okay, so you can navigate the pages to one another. Okay, so that is possible. That is what hypertext. Okay, so hypertext means what? Links, a link. Okay, so in next year, what is the markup? So markup is what? So you can whatever the text document, so HTML document, you can give the one specific format by using some tags. Okay, so that is what markup. Okay, and this is not a programming language, this is what a markup language. Okay, and by using HTML only you can develop the web pages, there is no other language. Okay, and here why we use a CSS JavaScript? Because CSS is that is to give the GUI to more interactively. Okay, is to look and feel, means whatever the HTML document, HTML page, if you want to give extra like alignment of any tags, you can give the background color, you can give the font color, you can give the any whatever the GUI, if you want to more attractive, so then that time use what? CSS. Okay, the CSS is what? Cascading style sheet. So that will give the some uh, attributes, some like color, background color, you can add image, so many things will be there, so that will be added to the whom HTML pages. Okay, and next year we use the JavaScript. So main actual by using JavaScript you can do the small attacks like validation. So whenever user is entering like email ID, so then that time if he is entering the email ID, so that will check the, you cannot enter the like symbols. Okay, so suppose if you are entering mobile number, so you cannot enter the symbols, or you cannot enter the alphabets. Okay, it will accept only what? Numbers only in the mobile number field. Okay, so then that time you can validate the user whatever entering the data, you can validate. So that time we use what? JavaScript. Okay, and not only the validation, any many more functionality is there into use the JavaScript. We will see that one by one when we start the JavaScript chapter. Okay, and we again we CSS also with one big chapter. In that we also learn the how CSS will be coded to the HTML tags. Okay, and now this is what how the actual process will be going. Web pages will be accessible through the web server. Okay, so in the web server we will store the front end pages, back end pages. Okay, and this is so how the HTML document will be there. So again, this document will discuss in next class. Okay, so how the, what is the doc type, what is the HTML tag, what is the head tag, what is the body tag, what is the title tag, what is the meta, what is the char set, what is the lang. So these again will be explained in the next class. Okay, just to see the HTML is what? Hypertext markup language, and it by using HTML you can create a web pages. There is no other language to create a web pages. Okay, and this is what? Standard. That's why there is a standard language, there is no other language. Okay, to develop the web pages. Okay, so next year, and we also seen the why to learn this. This is a main useful to learn because to create a website and to become a web designer, to make a career as a web developer, so you can learn the HTML and CSS and JavaScript. Okay, so next year so yesterday a lot of students asked for what is the difference between static website and dynamic website. See, both the static website and dynamic website are both are websites only. Okay, so only different, and whatever you are doing, all projects are dynamic websites. Okay, so see here main difference between static and dynamic websites. Okay, so here static website is those pages that cannot be changed when the pages will be running. Okay, so that will be fixed once the developer will be developed the static website, and that will be hosted in the server, and on that time onwards it will not change any information. So that information will be fixed in the server only, and at any time the user will visit that static website, the information will be changed, it will not change it. So information will be fixed only. Okay, so once the developer will be developed the static website, and that will be hosted in the server, and that onwards it will be same information only. Whenever you access that website, it will get you will get the same information only. Okay, but in dynamic website, So every time the data will be changed. Okay, so see, I will give the example here, static website and dynamic website. So can you see this website? So this is our college website, that is www.bcainstitute.org. Okay, so again here we have the org, .com, .in, many domains types will be there. Okay, gov.in, org.in, so many types of domain will be there. So when we at the last class we have the one chapter, that is how to host the website in the server, and how to get the domain from the server, how to purchase a domain, what type of domains will be there. So those will be discussed in the last class. Okay, so in there you can study these all the concept. Okay, what is the org, why we are called org, and again in the org many types will be there. Again in the .com many types will be there, many subdomains will be there. Okay, so those will be discussed in that classes. Okay, just remember these are the domains, different types of domain. Okay, .com means commercial, org means organization, in means that is if you want to use a particular your particular business. Okay, particular personal business, personal organization, so that time use what, in. Okay, so next year, so see, this is what a static website. This is our college website, bcanetsushi.org. This is a static website. There is no any information changed in daily wise. Okay, this is a fixed only. Okay, so whatever the about us, about the college, SGP interest, principal message, okay, admission. So whatever the procedure here, what we are giving the some instructions, giving the some information to the user. So this is a fixed only. So see, I again here the examination result. See, facilities, alumni, photo gallery. So here all the once he developer will develop this website, and that will be hosted in the server one time only. Okay, and that will be not changed. Okay, so this is what a static website. See, dynamic website will be the information will be changed at the running of website. The information will be changed regularly. Okay, so information will not fixed here. So see, suppose he in this Flipkart website. See, Flipkart website, suppose if you access, if you view the details, if you view the details of any products like electronics, suppose I will click here, computer cameras. Okay, so my see, it is not working now. See, here we getting the products. Okay, Samsung product. Whenever I click the Samsung mobile, so you'll getting the product here. So it was daily, it was changed, because whenever the product will be uh, anyone product will be order means, so that time that particular order will be get the stock will be reduced. Okay, the stock, whatever, if suppose stock is Samsung Galaxy M12 is 50 in the stock, so then whenever the product will be purchased by any customer, so then that time the product will be, the stock will be reduced by 49. So that is the information whatever that will be the changed. So and next, and here also suppose, and any new mobiles, new Samsung mobile, so then they will upload here. Okay, so new mobile, the photo will be uploaded, and next they will upload the information of the mobile. Okay, and rating and review. So those all the information will be updated daily wise. Okay, and suppose here, and he see, if you click the product, you will get the reviews here below. Okay, so that reviews will be updated daily wise. So today we have the only some 100 to 500 reviews. So tomorrow maybe change the messages that. So this is what information will be changing day by day. The information is not fixed in the website. So this is what dynamic website. Okay, so in the dynamic website you can see all the e-commerce website like Flipkart, Amazon, Snapdeal. So these are all dynamic website only. So information will be changed at the moment. Okay, so the moment at the every moment the information is not fixed here, dynamic website. And in also in social networking websites like Flipkart, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Twitter, LinkedIn. So these also these are the social networks. Okay, so here these also what dynamic websites, because the information will be changed day to day. Okay, the information will be changed day by day. Okay, so that is what dynamic websites. Okay, And I will give the one more example, that is in your SSP portal. Okay, so you are filling the what your scholarship. Okay, so that also what dynamic website. Okay, so the information will be changed at the every moment. Okay, so and one more thing, the user will interact in SM. Who is SM? Don't write on the screen. Wait a second. Okay, so information will be changed. So the user will be interacting to the what websites is. Those are the dynamic websites. See the many difference in the see next difference. And the static website will be developed by using what language? HTML language. Okay, there is no other language to use the static website. So only method, only we use the HTML language to develop the static websites. So there is no other language to use the static website. Only HTML will be there. Okay, but in dynamic website we use what? PHP. Here in dynamic website, we use HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all will be there with the PHP, Python, GSP, ASP.NET. So out of this language, out of PHP, out of Python, GSP, ASP not .NET, out of this we have to use one language. Okay, so that is to develop the dynamic websites. Okay, so in to develop the static website, we need only HTML code, HTML language. To develop the dynamic website, we need HTML and either of the one, that is PHP. You can use either, you can use Python, either you can use GSP, either you can use what? ASP.NET. Okay, so this is what we use the languages to the static website and dynamic website. And one more thing, so it is third difference, that is it sends the exactly same response to every request. See, whenever you requesting the, whenever if you type the www.bc.org, so whenever you request that particular website, you will get same information only. There is no change in the information. Okay, okay, so but in the dynamic website, the every moment the information will be changed. Okay, so that is the dynamic. Okay, so whenever the information means changed, means when the user will be given some upload the product into Flipkart, so then that time the mini product will get here, and some customer will update the reviews on the particular products. Okay, so many things will be there to update the informations. Okay, so that is what dynamic. So every Rohit, don't write on the screen. ನಾನು entertain ಮಾಡತ್ತೇನೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, so fourth difference, browsing and loading the static web pages are more quicker than dynamic web pages. See, in this static website, there is no any other language, there is no any database, there is no any data will be stored in the database. Okay, so only the HTML pages will be there. Whenever you access the static pages, you will get the easily, it will get the more quickly, you will get the static websites. Okay, there is no any database will be there in the static website. But in the dynamic website, we have to store the database in the store the data into the database. So whenever if you want to load the dynamic website, then that time the whatever the data will be get it from the database, so it will take some time. Okay, so see in the Flipkart website, so if you want access, see, so if you click the electronics, so then whatever the electronics product will be get here, and all those will be stored in the database. Okay, and each and every product will be get it from the database. Okay, so it will take some time. Okay, so that is the difference. It is a it will take the less time in the static website, but in dynamic website it will take more time, because of the data will be stored in the database. So getting the data from database, so it will take the time. Okay, and one more difference, the static website, the file extension will be either STM or HTML. Okay, so that is the file extension of static websites. But in dynamic website, all the extension will be either php.php, either esp.esp, either .jsp. Okay, so that is what dynamic page we have the extension. If any website is like .html or htm, so then that is what, see here. See, static websites are extension will be HTML only or STM. So both are same only. So when we learn the documents, how to create a HTML document, so that time we will get the difference between .htm and HTML. Okay, and here in the your project we are using what .php only. Okay, so whenever you are using a web pages extension like .php, then that page is what dynamic website. Okay, so next here example of static websites, your blogs, your personal website, so any documentation, so those are the what static websites. Okay, so in the dynamic website example like e-commerce sites, e-governance site. Governance means government sites, like we have the ssp portal, scholarship portal, and next we have the in Karnataka we are recording all the land recording. Okay, so those will be stored in the server. So you will get the every land, based on survey number you will get the land records. Okay, so those also what dynamic websites. Okay, and next social networking like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, so those also what dynamic websites. Okay, the information will be changed at every moment, so that is what a dynamic website. The information is not fixed here. Okay, but in static website there is the information is fixed, there is no any change. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, you told that in static website we are not using database. Okay, then how it will be stored? Web content will be, the web pages content will be stored.
Content will be stored in HTML only. Okay, so we by using tag only, you give the some text in the tag. Okay, so when we learn the tags in the next classes, so then that time you can learn it. Okay, so here see, so this
Okay,
is
sir.
what website. So whatever this information they are put it into one tag, maybe that is a header tag, or maybe piece the paragraph tag is there. So in the tag we can add the text in that, and that tag, that information, that text will be displayed in the website. So there is no need of databases. Okay, so and one remember, so every text in any website, either it be static website or maybe dynamic website, so all the information not will information, whatever text will not stored in the database. Okay, some information will be stored in the database, and other than all the information will be getting from tag only. Okay, those information will be stored in the where in tag only. Okay, that is the difference. Static pages and all static pages will not store in database. Okay, any doubt? See, applications of HTML. See, what is the main? We already learned the what is the advantage of what HTML, and here we have the applications. So where actually these HTML we use. Okay, so first we see the to develop the web pages we use what HTML. Okay, and next here to that is internet navigation. So here whenever you use the internet, so all the pages will be HTML only, and we can use a mobile device, we can use a laptop, desktop, or any devices, whatever you are using internet, so those will be in the form of what HTML only. So to navigate from one page to another page, so we use what HTML. So HTML, that is what hypertext. So hypertext means what, you can navigate from one page to another page, that is what link. Okay, by using link you can navigate the one page to another page. Okay, so that's why this is more useful in the to navigate the internet. Okay, and next here we use what responsive UI. So see, and see in the all the UI components, the components of user interface, so those will be easily you can design in the HTML, so that will be compatible with the all the devices like laptop, desktop, or tablet, okay, mobiles. So whatever the UI components, so those will be easily can, that will be compatible with the all the devices. That is the main application of HTML. Okay, and next here one more application, that is offline supports HTML. So whenever if you load the HTML from the internet, okay, so by using internet you can load the HTML pages. Once you loaded, so when you disconnect the internet, so that page will be remain constant only. Okay, so suppose see, if you load the, see, suppose if you load this particular page, this particular page, okay, suppose if you load this particular page, so when you disconnect internet, so this page will be, HTML page will be remain constant only. Okay, there is there is no, it will not go. Okay, so it will be constant only. Okay, so that will be stored in the that is in stored in the web browser location. So browser has a one buffer location, so there it will be stored. Okay, so then that will be loaded in the in the local system only. Okay, so and when you disconnect the internet, so then also it will be there in the browser only. Okay, so that is the useful of HTML. Okay, so one more, that is game development. Okay, so that is in nowadays it is a very to see HTML5 version, not HTML first and second version. The HTML5 version they are using to develop the web that is mobile applications, game applications. Okay, so that is the main useful of HTML to develop the games. So that purpose also you can use the HTML language. So these are the what main applications of HTMLs. Okay, and so any doubt, applications and yesterday we seen the advantage, that also similar. So a little bit why we learn HTML, here we have what application of HTML. Any doubt? Any doubt? Any doubt? All of you understand? Remember these points, very important, front end pages and back end pages. Okay, and remember one more point, whenever you access any website from the internet, every website has a what IP address. Based on IP address only it will be stored in the web server. Okay, so user only user, whatever the user only will get what flipkart.com, so www.flipkart.com, so this information will be given to user only. Okay, but actual website will be stored in the based on IP address only. So every website has a what IP address. Based on IP address only it will be stored. Can hyperlinking done with images or shapes? Yeah, you can give the link to the images. Whenever you click image, so some action will be done. Okay, so that is possible. So see, suppose this is a Samsung mobile. If you click on the image, so you will get some action will be done. So that particular product will be viewed. So you can do that also. Okay, so that is there. So please, if you have any doubt, please chat, put in the chat box. So we'll discuss that question. Please understand the concept. We are going from basic, okay, very basic, because of you have to learn the all the basic, then only you can develop your own application. Okay, there is many things in the HTML, so many tags will be there, and in the again in the tag in the with different ways to use that particular tag. So we have to learn all these things. Okay, please don't miss the classes. Tell your friends also. And when we start the after so next class we study the history of HTML. After that we study the tags. When we study the tags, every tags I will explain how it will be worked, and I will execute on that. I will execute and I will show the how it output will be came. Okay, so that also every tags I will show. Okay, so and how to change the tags in between, so that also I will show. Okay, and when we start the tag learning the tags, so that time we will learn the which software we use to develop the this web applications. Okay, so I will also I will send those software. You can anyone having the laptop or desktop, you can install those softwares, and we learn these day by day. Okay. Anyone having doubt? See, in the whatever you are learning the web application to develop the web application, so required languages, like we have the front end and back end languages. Okay, front end we have to learn the HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Okay, again in the JavaScript we have the jQuery and Ajax. Okay, and to develop the what backend pages, we use what PHP language. Okay, and we store the data in the MySQL database. So remember these things. Okay, anyone asked the question like what front end language you are using, what back end language you are using for your project, so then that time tell the front end language we are using what HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and back end language we are using what PHP, and database we are using what MySQL. Okay, tomorrow we'll see the HTML history, how the HTML will came exist, and what are the versions, and what are the drawbacks between the versions will be there. So those will be seen in the tomorrow class. And after that, the next day we'll learn the one by one tags. Very important tag and attributes. HTML is fully based on tag and attributes. Okay. ಸೊ ನೀವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಂಗ ಸಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಜಾವಾ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಆ ತರ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಡ್ರಿ. ಇದ್ರಾಗ ಹೆಂಗೈತಿ, ಮೆನಿ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಮೆನಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಟು ಲರ್ನ್ ಮೆನಿ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಟು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ದ ವೆಬ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಸೀದಾ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಜಾವಾಗ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಒಂದ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೆಟ್ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ, ಒಂದ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸಿಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತೈತು, ಆ ತರ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಒಂದ್ ಕಂಪೈಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗೈತಿ, ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಬೇರೆ 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 ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬರ್ತಾವ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ HTML, CSS, ಆಮೇಲೆ CSS ಹೆಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಜಾವಾ ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಅಜಾಕ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಕತ್ರ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಜೆ ಕ್ವೆರಿ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, PHP ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಒಂದರ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಇದಾವ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಈಸಿ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ, ಬಟ್ ನೀವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡೇ ಬೈ ಡೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ಗೂ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಲರ್ನ್. And I already uploaded the whatever the recorded videos in YouTube, and I will sending the links also. Okay, and today's class and yesterday's class I will send this HTML PPT to the WhatsApp group. So still 6 minutes is there. So if you have any doubt, please ask or put the any question in the chat box. All of you understanding or what front end back end pages, what is the HTML, what is the application of HTML, what is the advantage of HTML. See, in the IT industry, in IT companies, there is a position like we have like a web designer. Okay, and so web designer will be there, and next web designer will be there. Next they will have the PHP developer. Okay, so and some company they hire like JavaScript. Okay, only particular for JavaScript. Okay, so those also will be there. So once you learn the once you developed the web application, so you can get the many position. You can eligible to take an entry for more 3 to 4 position like web developer, or maybe web testing, or PHP developer. Okay, so many JavaScript. Okay, so those also will be there. Okay, so once you learned the languages to develop the web application, you can uh, eligible to take many take entry from many post from the IT industry. Okay, so that's why learn the basic, learn the all the terms clearly. If you have a doubt, please ask. Okay, anytime, but don't waste the time. Okay, so show the difference of static and dynamic website on the screen. Okay, so today's videos also I will send in the group. See, this is what static website. So information, so like blogs or any some personal website will be there. So personal website means only the personal information will be giving. Okay, so those will be what static websites. Okay, so those the information once the developer will be developed and that will be hosted in the server. So that time onwards it will be information will be fixed only, not will be changed. Whenever developer will be changed, so then only it will be changed. Otherwise the user will not change the information. Okay, but in dynamic websites the information will be changed at the moment. Okay, every moment the information will be changing, so user will interact with the website. So then dynamic website, so then that time the information, some information will be changing. So that is what a dynamic website. We are already given example like e-commerce website like Flipkart, Amazon, uh, Snapdeal, social network like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Okay, and any government websites. Okay, some government websites also static only, and seen some websites like SSP portal, and we have the in Karnataka they are maintaining land records. Okay, so those websites are what dynamic websites. Okay, and nowadays we can seeing the COVID status. Okay, the in the every state how many COVID patient will be positive, getting the positive, and how many deaths are occurring in particular state wise. So that website is also what dynamic only. So the every time that is the information will be changing. Okay, so any website the moment the information will be changing means that is what uh, dynamic website. And one more thing, and whenever the almost all the dynamic websites will store the data into the database. Okay, and all the dynamic websites they are using what either PHP, either ASP, JSP. Okay, so those language either you can use Python also. Okay, but in the static website they are using only HTML. Any doubt? So anyone having doubt, please ask now only. So time is 2 minutes only. Can I end the session? So if you have any doubt, please ask. So tomorrow same time 11:30 to 12:30. Please attend the classes. Don't miss the classes. Please make a separate book of project class. So in that you can write all these concept. Okay, very important. And these concept will also come in the web programming subject also. Okay, we and in that also we learn the HTML, CSS, and we learn the PHP also. Okay, whatever in the project class we learn the language, so those same will be learned in the web programming. Okay, that's why make a separate book of project class and write the all the whatever I giving the information. So today's class I will send the videos and notes. Thank you for joining the session. So tomorrow we'll visit again. So don't miss the class. Thank you. I will end the session now only.